This is Rick speaking. I'm being totally censored, so I'm mailing my world peace promotions out to some political leaders around the world, including at these addresses you see on your screen. Hello, and welcome to Champion Individual Rights, where I always focus on the importance of digesting reality in a moral context. Today, we live in a world where politicians around the world, including U.S. politicians, are behaving as if individual rights do not even exist. What can we do to turn this situation around? We have to begin by digesting reality in a moral context with the understanding that all morality stems from the recognition of individual rights. Today I was going to cover the good goal fallacy, stealing our privacy in the name of protecting our security illusion. First of all, whenever somebody steals your privacy, you have lost the security of your privacy. Secondly, whenever somebody steals your privacy, only your masters could get away with such a plot, not your public servants. It states in our Declaration of Independence, quote, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed." Once again, that to secure these rights. That's why they are here. They are here to secure our rights. Today they are telling us they are here to take away our rights in the name of protecting our security. Why, that is the ultimate political inversion, as stated in the Declaration of Independence. A totalitarian state in which we exist to serve our masters, and your public servants would never steal your privacy. Only your masters could get away with such a scheme and a scam. Now, if I, as an individual, place a device on you that can listen to and or record everything you say without your consent, if I am found guilty of doing so in a court of law, I can go to prison for the crime of stalking. A stalker doing such a thing could blackmail you or release data in an attempt to destroy your name. Also, the data could be altered, then released. For example, they could synthesize your voice and make it sound like you're saying something that you're not really saying. All these companies that you see on your screen, they have stolen your privacy and are part of this scam to take away your privacy. And I'd like to add here, your most personal private possession is your life. And they lied about why they invaded Iraq. They killed millions of people over a hoax, over a pack of outright lies. They are telling you that people do not even have a right to their most private possession, that being their lives. Now think about this ability to blackmail. They've got everybody's information for at least 5 or 10 years without us even knowing about it. And that would include United States congressmen. That would include United States senators. That would include people that work in the Department of Justice. Do you think that just there's by any chance at all that these people are being blackmailed? Now, in stealing our privacy in the name of security, it's just an illusion. And we have to understand, if we are to take back our freedoms, we have to outlaw putting spy devices in electronic equipment. So what would the benefits be? Well, first of all, you'll have your privacy back. 2, companies can start selling electronic products with a guarantee of no spy devices. Why, the economy will be booming. And 3, companies could be created to remove spy devices from your electronic equipment. They've got blueprints and all this stuff, and they know where those spy devices are. They could actually be removed. Now think about this. There would be lots of jobs, and they will be created all around the entire world. It is possible that this could cause a giant boom in economic growth. It all begins with starting to digest reality in a moral context. It has to be understood that the politicians should be bound to the same laws of that the average individual is bound to. It must be recognized that the moral law applies to all rational creatures necessarily, to all of humanity, and that would just happen to include the political leaders of the world. There are no exceptions. In a moral nation, the politicians would recognize and promote for the recognition of individual rights on a global basis, with the goal of achieving world peace. It is only through our moral cognition, it is only through our ability to digest reality in a moral context that mankind can achieve its ultimatum, world peace, through the recognition of individual rights on a global basis, with the understanding that every individual, that's every man, every woman, and every child, should have a right to their own life, privacy, and possessions, regardless of their ethnicity or the geography upon which they preside, which currently is the exact opposite position of the morally bankrupt, deep state, New World Order nonsense that is devastating our planet today with massive death, destruction, and suffering. With the threat of nuclear war in the air, now is the time for a peaceful revolution of thought. Thank you very much for considering my words.